Hey, what's going on? Ivan Barrera here, joined with my great friend and coach from Faster Fitness, Frankie Gonyea. We were just chatting it up here, and we came to the conclusion that we have been here for about 6 years now, and combined together and all the coaches in here, we have over 20,000 sessions that we've done with multiple individuals, big groups, small groups, private sessions, and we have quite a bit of lessons that we've learned from this. So we want to go ahead and show you what those are, and just so you can get an inside look of what we've experienced in the last 6 years. So 20,000 sessions, Frankie.
Insane.
It's crazy to think that it's been that many. It's a lot, 6 years. I know there's tons of lessons that we've learned. What would you say is one of your top lessons?
I'd say one of the top lessons because when I first started here, I started out with actually not training anyone before. So first exposure to training. So there was a lot of hiccups along the way, but I'd say patience is the biggest one, especially because now into the more of the nutrition coaching space, that's even more patience. I think what used to happen is I was so quick to just try to push people through to getting results, to getting stronger, that I probably made some people lift too heavy. Injuries happened from it, from me not being patient enough with the process too. So I'd say that's just the biggest one, Ian, like I said, with nutrition and with exercise alone. Just being patient and knowing in the back of your mind the bigger picture that you have, because short term, we're not always going to be pushing it full throttle. And that's what I used to do. It was always just, almost balls to the wall every single time. I used to train as heavy as you can. We'd move through sessions so quickly. And now it's I slowed it down a lot more too, which has helped me and our clients as well too. What would you say your biggest lesson after 20,000 sessions is?
I want to tack on a little bit on that, because for me, patience is, like Frankie said, you take on what you've learned in the beginning of your career. So for me, I learned how to work out in a way that maybe not everyone can work out. So lifting extremely heavy, working out extremely fast. You see the name Faster Fitness. We're trying to work out fast, but and results don't come extremely fast either. Not anything that's long lasting anyway. So being patient with yourself. I learned how to be patient with programming, with having realistic goals for our clients, as far as if you want to lose 50 pounds, it's probably not going to happen in 6 weeks. It's not going to happen in just 3 months, even that.
Not sustainable.
It's not sustainable. No. So that's being patient. I wanted to kind of close that one out. Yeah. Patience with yourself, as far as how fast you want someone to get results. It's not always going to happen that way. I'd rather someone lose 20 pounds over the course of 6 months, 12 months, and actually keep it off forever. So patience, I think, is a big one. If I had to say another one, is consistency makes perfect. So being consistent with everything that you've learned and you want to perfect. So after 20,000 sessions, you better believe that our workouts have gotten better and better. Our delivery of coaching those sessions has gotten better and better. So us as coaches, me, myself, if I speak selfishly for a second, I know for a fact after 20,000 sessions, I have become a much greater coach. I have a deeper connection with our clients, and that's because it's just repetition, is doing it over and over and over again. And, it kind of goes back with patience, same kind of deal. But for me, I know for a fact that I can deliver a great session. I can connect with our clients in a much deeper level because I've done it 20,000 times already, So anything to say on that?
I'd say with consistency too, biggest thing is, I think when I first started, was always trying to change up workouts, always trying to put in new things for clients to do, when being consistent at doing all the little things right over time that's where results come from. Doing the exercises, getting people to do the exercises consistently, like for example, like deadlifts and squats, like the big ones that are going to transfer over to their life, instead of just always having to try to have so much variety into it. So just being consistent with pushing that, and my message to clients, conveying it more consistently of why we're doing certain things. Okay, this is why we're doing mobility drills. This is why, we are doing this type of exercise. This is how it's going to transfer over to your strength, to your results, and also to your everyday life too. So I think that just consistency there. Consistency with coaching nutrition with people in here. You always want to give them a diet, and I I'll be the first one. I used to give out diets all the time. Don't give them out anymore because you don't learn how to be consistent with a diet. You just learn how to do a diet.
Right.
So we can be consistent with your nutrition. Again, they always go hand in hand. If you're consistent with your workouts, you get consistent with your nutrition. That's where results happen. That's where long-term results happen too. So yeah, that's what I would have to say about consistency and myself. Everything I learned, just being more consistent at doing the right things.
Yeah. I think another big thing as far as a lesson for myself, I think Frankie could attest to this as well, is just personal growth from being around so many different types of clients. So after 20,000 sessions, we have seen different types of clients, different kind of goals that they have for themselves, personality types. I have grown personally by just becoming a better version of myself with how I communicate with clients. You know, is my tone too aggressive sometimes? Is it not too conveying to them or whatnot? I think that I've learned how to communicate these messages we're trying to convey to them in a deeper way, in a way that it makes them understand. And fitness and nutrition, it could be very complicated. It can be very complicated, and there's these huge terms that are thrown out there that most people don't understand. So that's our concept, was we wanted to dumb down a lot of those things so people can understand that, and it shouldn't be difficult to understand. I think that that's how I've grown personally, as far as relating to our clients a little bit better and just being an overall better coach.
Yeah, I think the communication thing. Mm-hmm. So I think it's always a work in progress. I'm perfect at it, no, but from where I started, it's gaps, right? Just learning how to, there's some clients that I know I can be straightforward with. Mm-hmm. They're not doing something, I can just look them in the eyes and call them out on it, where not everybody's like that. And I used to be a little bit more passive. You don't want to step on people's toes, but sometimes, I call them come to Jesus moments. You have to have a come to Jesus moment with people and be real with them. And because you're doing them a disservice, I felt like I would do that sometimes to people by not just telling them how it is, and some people you have to learn how to word it in a way where they don't feel offended, because you're not coming off, even though you don't think you're coming off offensive to people, or the way you talk to them about telling them training and things like that, they may take it that way. So just learn just all those lessons. And again, it's just dealing with people. We made mistakes along the way, ton of them. Are we still gonna make mistakes? Yes, but we're way better than when we first started at just dealing with all these different people. And also came with, as we grew more and more people came in here, and so many different personalities, and just learning how to deal with that. And I think that's the biggest thing any coach or someone needs to learn, how to do it. Those are the most effective ones, the ones that can deal with multiple personalities while conveying the same message of strength and fat loss, muscle building, all the things that go along with fitness and nutrition.
Definitely agree with that. And I think ultimately, if I had to say what was one of my biggest lessons that I've learned after 20,000 sessions, after 6 years of training, I know the mission to a T now. I know exactly what we're here to do, especially through these walls in Faster Fitness. But me personally, in my life, I know what I'm meant to do in this world. My mission is to inspire and empower as many individuals as possible through fitness and health. So in here, I want to impact so many lives, like to the core. So meaning that their entire life and mindset, everything has truly transformed. And I truly feel that we've created an atmosphere where that happens on a daily basis. And that's because we've dealt with so many different things. We grew as coaches, we grew as people. And again, ultimately to convey a message that we knew we had deep inside in our hearts, and ultimately is to transform as many lives as possible through our city, because then I'm a strong believer in the ripple effect. So if we can do that with one person, they get impacted by their family members, their friends, and everybody else. So we've, through here, inspired thousands of people, and that's the mission. And the mission is extremely important to me. I know it's important to Frankie, and I think I have gained a lot of clarity after training 20,000 sessions, after being here for 6 years. So the mission is to transform our city, which can then transform the state and then the world. That's kind of how that works.
Yeah, I would say last thing, it's not really a lesson, but one thing that just always keeps coming up, and I guess it is kind of a lesson, that no matter what no matter what new training program we use, no matter what new equipment we use, that community is always everything with this. We all want to be a part of something. Like that's the reason why we're here. So we want to be a part of this bigger picture of everybody out there. You know, people always just want to be a part of something, and it came even more apparent on Saturday when we had our charity event, and just getting people to come together for a good cause and seeing people smile and laugh. And just when we do events outside of the gym, people coming together, clients getting together, and just pushing that community as a coach is bigger than anything else you can do. You know, be honest truth, you might not get someone results, but they might stay with you for 10 years, never getting results, maybe weight loss wise. Maybe they got stronger, they feel good all the time, but they're part of a bigger community, and they've made friends and things that last way longer than, you know, you just trying to go on another diet too. So I think maybe not a lesson, but just always something that's reoccurring. And in my mind is just, as we keep growing and growing, just community is always most important over everything else.
I definitely agree with that. So those have been a few of the insights of our lessons after 20,000 training sessions. Still so crazy to think about that. But after 6 years, and guess what? We are more fired up than ever to continue providing an amazing atmosphere so we have a stronger community and culture. And the main reason for this video is just so you can get an insight on what it is to keep on keeping on with what you're doing and not be such a scatterbrain and doing everything else. But when you do something so well for a consistent period of time, you see results. So both personal growth results within the business, results with transformation and impacting people's lives. And that's the biggest thing, the reason why we wanted to make this video. So hope you enjoyed that, and you'll hear from us very soon.